Hi guys, so recently I reviewed a bundle from Anna Griffin that makes like Christmas crackers, and I said that maybe I would come back and just do a video just making them on your own. There are probably tons of videos out there on something like this or little tutorials online because it's a very old school thing, but today I'm just using items that I recently just picked up at the Dollar Tree actually yesterday, and funny enough, I do have now an affiliate link with the Dollar Tree, so I'll have the items linked, whatever is available, online that you can see there, in the description box, and those will be affiliate links, which means I'll make a small commission if you purchase items to those links. Recently, I've had a rash of people asking where the links are, where the description box is, or that kind of thing, and it's probably because I have a lot of new subscribers, but if you're on YouTube and you know how to use YouTube at all, you're going to want to know where the description box is. If someone links a recipe, or their blog, or their social media, those kind of things, or affiliate links, or any links, they're in the description box, guys. Generally, they're not in the comments, because you can pin a comment, people don't really look at that. I don't know. I'm sure that you're supposed to put things like that in the comments anyway, so mine are always in the description box. It's just below the video title. You might have to click show more, you might have to click on the video title. It just depends on what you're using to watch YouTube, and there's so many ways to watch anymore, right? So you expand the box, you might have to click show more twice, because sometimes it'll show some stuff, and it's usually the disclaimer I always have there, and then click show more and it'll show everything. It just opens up, right? So that's just how you use YouTube in general for everyone's channel, whatever you're watching. But yeah, so Dollar Tree, which is very interesting. So I picked up some candy, and I picked up some little fill, because I thought it'd be cute to put some of this little fill stuff in there, and this one was cute because it has like a holographic kind of shred in there. Cute. It was already kind of open, it was the last one, so I'm like, whatever, I'll just take this one. And I'm going to use some of the curling ribbon. I wanted to find silver, but they didn't have any more like the holiday one that has the silver in it, but they had this purple one, and they had purple gift wrap, because we're going to need some gift wrap for this, and everything was very specific to like birthday or anniversary, or I was looking for something black and white for like New Year would be cute, or silvery. They didn't really have anything like that. Of course, you can find nice gift wrap pretty much everywhere, but this one isn't going to be like, oh, the nicest thing. It's going to be a little thinner than you like, but it'll work, right? We're going to roll around quite a bit, and it'll probably be easier to tear too, whoever's tearing the cracker open. So I grabbed that there. I grabbed some candies. I wanted something to match the purple, but really I kept finding blue things, and I thought, well, okay, this one's unwrapped, so not these guys, but I thought, well, I just realized that I thought they were going to be silver and cute, but anyway, I have these gold Twix, and they're smaller, and then these Kisses, I'm like, why are they blue and brown, or like gold, sorry, well, kind of more bronzy, so I thought, that matches the Twix, and then the blue, Tootsie Rolls would match the blue that's in here, so we're going to go with blues as far as the candies are inside. So blues, purples, those kind of things. I grabbed a Babe Ruth to see if it would fit, just to see if a full-size candy bar would fit, because I think that'd also be a cute way to give somebody a treat like that. And then you're going to need, what I grabbed from them was poster board. I'm sure cardstock will do it, but, cardstock probably does cost more than this stuff. This stuff is 50 cents at the Dollar Tree, and my Dollar Tree is now carrying the stuff that costs $3 and $5. I don't know if you guys have noticed that. I know they were going to be doing that, so they had like some Easter stuff that was like $5, and I'm like, huh, that's interesting. I hadn't seen it before until now at my local Dollar Tree. So, but this is 50 cents, and it's 22 by 28 inches, and you find it in the area where they have like office supplies, I guess. They had different colors. I just grabbed white. They had black and orange and pink and all these other colors. So I think white and black would be good. But premium poster board, it is a little shiny on one side and matte on the other-ish. But it's 22 by 28. So, a couple things. Whenever we made the other one, I like the Anna Griffin size of the whatever it is that she put together. I'm sure you can make these in all different sizes, right? Especially when you have paper like this. The gift wrap, it's really big. So let me put these things to the side. I know with the other one we needed a piece that was 5 by 11. Oh my goodness, 5 by 11? Yeah, and then 2 by 7 inch strips. So this is 22 by 28, so 22 wide which means if we wanted to get 2 off of this side, the 22-inch wide, actually this is the inner paper, so it doesn't matter. The gift wrap is the one that has to be 12 inches big. So this stuff, again, I need a piece that's like 5 by 11 and 2 pieces that are 2 by 7 or 4 by 7 cut in half, right? I wish those numbers would go together easier. I'm sure if I sat here and did some math, I'm going to be able to cut this in a nicer way, but I think I'm just going to start off by lopping off the 11 inches on one side, this long side. So what I'm going to do is bring this over here and see just about where 11 inches is. So here's the start of my paper, and just have an idea. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11 is like here. I don't need it to be perfect. It's going to be inside your roll, so it's not anything that really matters. You're not going to see it anyway. So if 11 inches is like here, this is a water-based marker. I'm just going to cut, eyeballing it. Try to keep it as straight as I can, but again, it's not the biggest deal. So on this one, I'm going to start down here. I know it's out of frame, but I'm just going to try to cut straight up. And again, that might not be the best use of our paper because, you know, you can do a little more math, but the 11 inches isn't the biggest deal. I can tell that ended up being like 9 over here. Look at this. Yeah, oh, 10 inches. So I lost an inch there. That's all right. Okay. So I just want to make manageable pieces. So let's pretend this is our 11-inch piece, which I know it's not, but it doesn't really matter. Like I said, I think it's a little bit of overkill what we ended up doing last time, rolling it. So, okay, 5 inches. So I have a piece that's roughly 5 by 11. It's 5 by 10, really. It doesn't really matter. Okay, so I have this piece that's going to be our inner roll. And, okay, and then I need 2 pieces that are 2 by 7. I'll cut it off from here. So 4. Again, I can go 7 inches in and then go 2 and 2. I mean, if you think that might be more efficient for what you're doing. I'm just going to, let's think, hold on, if I do 4, that's not really going to help me out later. Maybe I will do 7. That way maybe I can still get a few more rolls, you know, pieces that I do need for this project off of this. So I'm going to open this up, and I'm going to go to 7. Again, it's a lot of overkill, a lot of rolling, but you do want this thing to be sturdy. Oh my goodness, this closes really nicely for us. But I couldn't do it with one hand. Okay, so 7 inches. Again, this is crooked on this other side. I don't care. I'm using the straight side to actually cut. So 7 inches. And then from here, I'm gonna need this in a minute. This is the straight, actually it's really nice and straight on a lot of sides now. This is the crooked piece, so I'm gonna leave that out there. And I'm gonna do 2 inches. So we have a 2 by 7, and then we'll have another 2 by 7. Okay, so roughly 5 by 11, and then 2 2 by 7s. And then I can use this to cut 2 more, maybe even 3 more pieces for the next ones, right? I'll probably make 3 for the kids, 1 for each of my kids. And I still have this big piece that, again, I can cut my longer piece from. So you can get quite a few crackers off that one poster board. I only got 1 poster board for today. So we have our pieces. We also need a 12-inch square of gift wrap if you're going to use the measurements that, you know, we've used before. So same thing with this guy. I don't really care. This is obviously super inexpensive gift wrap, and it's going to be kind of a thinner, kind of chintzy variety, but that's okay. I think I also had an orange. What I like about this one, because I read on the label, is that it has the grid on the back. So I'm going to open this up. They're 1-inch grids. It starts right on the 1 inch, which is perfect. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, oopsie, 12. So I'm going to follow this all the way down to the 12-inch mark. Sorry, I know it's out of frame, but I'm going to start cutting it. And again, this one also doesn't have to be perfect, but it's nice to have the grid marks. And again, if we didn't have grid marks, I would do much like I did for the poster board. Sorry guys, I'm just trying to get that motion where you can go like that, but it's not giving it to me. Instead of doing choppy bits. Oh well, I'm gonna perfect this a little more on the on my tool here. So okay, all right. So I'm going to take one side of this. I'm trying not to crinkle it too much. Let's open this guy up. And you know what I'm going to do? This is very rolly. Is I'm going to go ahead and cut it in this other direction. Let me see. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. If I was like at my kitchen table, this would be a different story, but I'm not. I'm here. So I need to cut this. Again, on the grid lines, but I am going to make it nicer on my... Sorry, I was just cutting that away there. Interestingly enough, on this side, it does have a little bit extra, so I didn't count that. I just counted the full ones, the whole ones. So now I'm going to remove some of that. Actually, I like that edge because I didn't cut it by hand, so it's going to be nicer. It's a little bit crooked here, but that's okay. I'm going to go to 12 inches over here. I gave myself a little bit of that edge, right? Just give yourself a little bit extra. It doesn't have to be exactly 12 inches, but that's nice there. And I'm going to cut it here just to have a nice cut line there, and then I'm going to trim on this side and cut away this guy. Now this guy can be tucked on the inside. You don't really have to do what I'm doing, especially because I think I got it just at the 12. So I think we'll just roll that inside so we don't see it so much. But it's, let's say you have it and you need it, just put it on your trimmer and, you know, cut away what you don't want. Okay. And now we're going to do the same kind of procedure we did before. I'm going to put this to the side for now because I don't need it quite yet. I need to make little rolls out of these guys. And this little crooked piece, again, I didn't even trim it away. You can take that off. You don't have to. You're just going to roll this until it's about 1.5 inches. I mean, that looks pretty good, doesn't it? Yes. Okay. And let's see, this little guy had the stickiness out. I have been enjoying using these little tape runners for this application. Trying to make sure it's pretty level. I mean, if you want to put tape at the beginning, you can. It's just that it's going to stick, and then what if it's too big or whatever. Whatever diameter you want is fine, to be honest. You have so much overlap. I mean, this could be 2 inches wide. I just went 1.5, like what the instruction had said. Okay. And you're going to basically roll these guys the same way. So these are a little bit harder. I'm going to give them a little zhuzh because they're shorter. So they're a little taut, a little more taut. And nope. Definitely measure up with what you have over here because you may or may not be super happy. That looks pretty good. Keep missing that edge. Okay, and same thing with this other guy. Now, the whole point of the cracker is that it snaps and has a cute sound, like right when you break it open, when you pull it open. I had mentioned that there are like these little things you can pick up on Amazon that help you do that, and it does have whatever, it's like gunpowder, but like fireworks stuff, you know, that kind of something in there that when you pull it, it goes, it'll actually snap. With this one, even with Anna's, we used a piece of paper that you had a die for. Not had to die for, but it had a die for. And that looks pretty good. Maybe a little bit bigger. Let's make sure it's about the same as this one. Not too bad. Okay, so we're looking for that 1.5 inch diameter. Again, 2 inches would be cute, I think, because then you can fit more things in there, and it still would work with the measurements of these papers, you know, if you want to make 2 inch rolls. I'm just going to cut it from, I was just planning on cutting it from this same paper because it's really sturdy stuff, and then we'll put some dashes in it so that when the people are pulling it, it'll actually tear and not just like be really hard to rip, right? You want it to snap at some point. So let's make these a little nicer, a little rounder. You kind of train it there with your hands. Okay, now let's bring our wrapping back, and again, I'm gonna find, this was the nice edge. This is probably the worst edge that I have down here, so we're gonna wrap that one inside. And basically you bring these pieces here, and if you want to glue them down, you can. I'm kind of keeping them towards the edge because we're doing some adjustments. So you put one in the center and the other two towards the edge and just start rolling towards the end here. Again, you see how many times we overlap? Like, it'll be fine, whatever happens. I try to keep it straight so that your edges are straight still, so it looks nice. And if you didn't get it quite straight, you can obviously make adjustments. Not too bad. Feels a little bit loose, but that's okay. I'm not gonna mess with that again. So we're gonna put some tape here, and I'm doing a pretty good job of getting that tape on there. And just continue rolling it up until you get to that. I know it has some tape here, and I do not want to put this paper on it because it will definitely lift it back up. Look at that. Looks pretty cute. Okay, so again, these pieces are towards the end, and we still have to make our little snappy snap. So there's that guy, there's this guy. That's fine where they are. Where's my long piece? This guy. What I'm going to do is cut a piece from here, because this is roughly the 11 inches. It's closer to 10. We just need a little piece, okay? So I am going to put this to the side for a moment. I'm going to bring this back, and I'm going to cut a piece that's about 1/4 inch, maybe 1/3 of an inch. Actually, let's straighten out this piece of paper first before I start with that. You can see that little crooked edge is throwing me off, because that's about as much as we need, but then over here there's nothing, so let's just get rid of that. And let's go about 1/4 inch. Something like that. This part I'm making up, just so you know. So it's roughly about 10 or 11 inches by 1/4 inch. It's still a little bit crooked, and that's okay. This is all just for fun. And then what I had mentioned is, I think what you should do is cut the little dashed line in it, so that the person, you know, when they're playing this, they can actually cut it. So I'm going to show you what I'm going to do. I'm going to take this guy, and let's pop this in here. And about halfway, I'm going to make like a little cut from this end. And I'm going to pick it up. I'll make another little cut, like away from that, and then a third little cut. And I'm going to do it again. Maybe this time staggering. So one, and then another one. And then one more set from the edge. Ooh, you see it's already wanting to give, which is good. That's what you want, so those people aren't fighting too long. One right in the center, and one again towards the edge. And it went pretty much all the way through, so it looks something like this. Just to have an area where if the people are pulling, it's actually going to tear and not just like be a nightmare for them. And we can go ahead and add this now. We can glue it in later. What I did with the other one is I made sure it was about half and half, because we don't want someone to get the short end and it's almost impossible for them to tear. Let's give them a fighting chance. All right, so it's hard for me to show this to you guys. Let me put some glue on a piece of this. I'm gonna put it on the side that's a little less slick. Okay, and just looking at the roll, it doesn't quite matter. I'm gonna put that right down in there, and I'll show you kind of where it's at so we can get the other one lined up also. Try to tuck that back. Okay, so yeah, that should be okay. So it's, I don't know, about 1/2 inch of it is touching this side, and I'm gonna hold that down, and then same thing on the side. But let me hold this down so we can manipulate it. I'll just hold this for a minute. I'll be right back. Okay, so that's pretty much stuck down. This paper is really slick that I can feel that the center core is moving, and that's okay. And then with this guy, you're just going to put some glue on the bottom of this little piece. Sorry, I know it's hard for you to see, but I just put glue under there. And we're going to hold that one down. Okay, and I'll be back. Make sure when you're doing this that the paper, that roll is where you want it. I bring it basically right to the edges. Just something to think about. Okay, I think that's it with the glue, and I'll be right back. So that is glued in, safe and sound on the other side. I was actually thinking another time to glue it in is after you've already cinched one side, just so you can kind of see where everything is, but you know. I think last time when I cinched it, it kind of buckled a little bit, but that's okay. It didn't come away, it just kind of bends. It's going to have to do that anyway, I suppose. Okay, so now I'm going to take some of this, and you know, maybe a 1.5 or so, depending on how much little curly cues you want. And you can kind of feel, okay, that's that guy, The guy in the center moved. I can feel that. I can actually put my fingers in there and really feel where they're both at, so we can kind of have... Cute. Okay. Move that one down a little bit more. So now I'm training it. You see I'm kind of squeezing in those areas. So over here I'm squeezing, just to collapse it. And we can bring this over. Now you can definitely collapse it more. You can do whatever you like. I'm just kind of feeling to see where it might be. There we go. And then you can straighten it out if you want. Okay. You can make a bow, you can just make a tie, whatever it is that you like. That guy's in there. Again, I'm going to pull it back with this guy. Okay. Cute. That's one side. And then the opposite side needs... Well, what we need to do first is put some things in here. That's not tied quite yet. I thought it'd be cute again to put some of these things in here. I think my friend on here, Bernie, had asked if there were corny jokes with the Anna Griffin set, and there were not, at least not that I noticed. But that's something you can do. Maybe some fortunes, like the little diamond press fortunes that we had in that Chinese takeout set would be really cute. So I popped in some of those guys. Oh, I was going to say, let me see if this thing fit in here. I can tell you, it'll definitely fit in there, as you can see. That's funny, because that was 5 inches, and I thought 5 inches, this thing's probably bigger than that, but no, I guess it's not. So, yeah, this will definitely fit like a full-size candy bar, probably Snickers, you know, anything that's about that size. Okay, these guys, a couple of Twix, pop them in there, and maybe finish off with some of these. Or you can mix in, you know, I kind of did 2 and 2, maybe 3 of these guys. And if you want to put some more of the fluff, you can definitely put some more fluff in. I'm going to push these down because of the fluff. There we go. You can put more of this stuff if you want. Not too much more. I would front and back load it though, because that way it looks cute when it opens up. Okay. And push that all the way in as best you can. And we've already trained this side somewhat. And then you can decorate with whatever you want. So I was going to grab the numbers 2024. I'm sure on my Cricut I can design something like with the numbers maybe put together. Just whatever dies I already have that are numbers and letters or whatever it is, or however you want to decorate these for whatever occasion. It doesn't have to be for New Year's. Oh, there we go with that guy. Oh, it's because this guy pushed in. Okay. Now maybe I would have brought these in just a little more. Or glued them down, right? I didn't glue them down because that wasn't part of the instruction before, so I didn't do it now. But maybe I'll put a little dab of glue. That'll help. Keep those guys in. This paper is really slick. And you guys know how to curl curling ribbon. You just grab it on the edge of your scissor and do a little something like that. Ah, I didn't want that pulled out, so I'll just tie that in. And this one here. Okay, so to keep these guys in, I am going to put a little bit of glue on either side since they're popping out on me over here. So what I'm going to do is just add a dab of glue there and a dab of glue over here. And I'm just going to hold it down. I'm going to do the same thing on the other side, okay? So just holding it so it stays. Again, that's kind of why I was thinking about putting this in afterward. You would just stick it through the hole, you know, after crunching it, but before filling it up. Anyway, I'm gonna hold that down. I'm gonna do the same thing on the other side, okay? I'll be right back. One down, 3 more to go. That did not take very long at all. I might readjust this one because I need it a little tighter, so it's more like this guy over here. Again, you have that piece in the center. You have some cute stuff in there. You have your own little snap that we made up, which should give us a snapping sound, possibly. I don't know. Maybe it won't. But let's put this. Let's try it out on this little scrap that I had kept. Let's pretend this is the snap that we just made there, and if people are pulling it, let's hear it. Let's try. Oh, no. Hey, there you go. All right, well, there's a little bit of a snapping sound, huh? That'll be cute. Okay, hopefully you heard that. Maybe I was talking over it. Classic Vianney. I was talking over it. Anyway, guys, I hope that gave you an idea of making your own. Super easy. I mean, with the gift wrap, you can make like a ton. I mean, I still have a ton of gift wrap left there. I only need to make 3. But the poster board worked really well. I will say next time if I crunch it, I'm going to crunch it closer here, because what happens with the Anna Griffin one, I just crunched it closer to the actual roll. Hopefully you can see that. And then, you know, my little paper didn't stick out, even though it is right at the edge. That's just my preference to bring it to the edge. If you want to push it in more, you can definitely do that. Like this one's a little bit more in than the other one. But, something to think about. But yeah, all right guys, well, thanks for watching. I hope that was fun for you guys. Maybe you have a last minute thing you can put together. I mean, that didn't take very long at all, and once you cut one, you can cut them all at the same time, and you just go and go really easy. So thanks for watching, guys. Yeah, I will see you all at the next one. I think I have one more haul video to show you guys. Just I went to Michael's yesterday and grabbed some yarn and some other things. So it's some of the stuff that I do like on my spare time, not so much the stuff I do on my channel, but people like to see those videos too. So maybe I'll be back with something like that. But thanks for watching, guys, and have a great New Year. If you, in case you don't want to watch the other haul video, it's getting real close to that time, right? So I will see you all at the next one. Have a happy New Year. We'll see you on New Year's right at midnight with a Spellbinders video, and I hope you have a great one. All right, guys. Bye now.